From 2 News, Vandals, Falcons, the Sports Tonight Humanitarian Bowl Tailgate Party.
And welcome back to the Sports Tonight Humanitarian Bowl pregame special tailgate party bowl extravaganza at breakfast. I'm Sports Director Jay Bates, joined by former Idaho linebacker John Kirtland, and KLAW's Jay Tust will join us in just a little bit as he covers the Vandals every day, and well, we trust him and we like him. All right, let's talk a little bit of strategy here. First, nuts and bolts of this matchup. Break it down. How easy is it for Idaho to get this win?
Well, I don't imagine that's going to be the case because this is a good football team they're going to play. I do think that if Idaho is to be successful, number one, and the most important thing is that we not turn the ball over. We just can't turn the ball over, whether it be fumbles or pass interceptions. That's number one. And if we play sound defense like we were capable of and like we played in the first half of the season, the Vandals don't have anything to worry about. And lastly, it's always amazing as to me the different kids that are going to do something to cause this game to change. The kids that are the good football players and that we've talked about all season, they're going to do their thing. Who's it going to be that, what kid is it going to be on offense or defense that's going to do something that's going to change that, the game and the momentum and whatever else that can come along. That's what's fun, and that's why, of course, play the game.
All right, this matchup is actually a pair of teams that are somewhat similar, at least in record. The Vandals got into the Humanitarian Bowl thanks to a 7-5 record. It's the same as the Falcons. Idaho was hot early, winning 6 of their first 7 games, while Bowling Green did it just the opposite, winning 6 of their last 7 to get into the bowl game. It's a matchup of contrasting styles, a running team and a passing team on the blue turf today.
Looking back from the beginning of the season, you can tell like we were leading the WAC in run defense and some sort of category takeaways and whatnot. And so I think throughout the late throughout the season, we fell apart a little bit. Falling behind.
We need to play well in this game and have it give us a bit of a launching pad into the offseason because this is a start of where we want to be with our program, but there's certainly more we want to do.
If you were just turning in, you missed what is known as good television, which is head coach Rob Akey of the University of Idaho. We'll have more on him a little bit later. His energy, wildly known around the Palouse, and I'm talking, of course, about KLAW's Jay Tust, who joins us more on Coach Akey.
You know, luckily over the last year, I've had the chance to get to know Coach Akey a little bit more, and his players rave about him. His voice easily identifiable if you know him, and after spending 3 years on the Palouse, he's made a quick transition into developing this team into a winter. I found out a little bit more by talking what he means to his players.
Hustling, man, let's go in the back, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Evident by the sound of his uncomparable voice, following his hiring 3 years ago, Idaho head coach Rob Akey injected a once-depleted program with a new life.
It's awesome. It's a much different atmosphere than when I came in.
He's been so much to this program. You know, he brought in a supporting cast that has been doing a great job. You know, it's only been, 3 years, and he's totally changed the outlook of this program.
Leading the Vandals to their first bowl game since 1998, success hasn't come easy though. In Coach Akey's first 2 seasons, Idaho posted a combined 3-21 record. While those on the outside began to whisper, questioning if he was the right guy, those on the inside knew they had to stick to the plan they formed day one.
We talked about what we could turn this place into, and I hired the staff for a reason that I hired. Guys that were going to be good teachers, guys that were going to teach in a positive way, guys that were going to pay attention to what we could build here, what could be done here. This is where we're going, this is where we're headed. The past doesn't matter. Past didn't any of us. What matters is now and where we're going.
And it's that attitude that has built the trust and confidence in the players he preaches to.
Even during hard times, he's always been enthusiastic, and that's good to see because that just shows that he's not going to give up. He's not willing to give up on anybody.
For guys such as Nathan Enderle and Shiloh Kao, he's also offered a sense of stability. In their time at Idaho, they've seen the likes of 2 coaches come and go after just 1 year in the program. Now with Akey at the helm, they're developing a chemistry that's been foreign for years.
It's nice that somebody sticks around because something that people don't usually think about is, you have to install all new schemes and offenses and defenses when you switch head coaches. And that wears on people, and it gets to the point where the seniors can't teach the freshmen, and now we finally can. We know the offense better than they do, and so when they're taking their reps, we can kind of coach them up ourselves a little bit.
But with success comes a price. With numerous rumors already flying about potential suitors drawing Akey away from Idaho, the players know his presence on the Palouse is pivotal if the program wants to continue building on their newfound success.
I think it's very important.
Everybody wants him. Everybody loves him. You know, he's just a great guy. He's very charismatic, and he brings a lot of enthusiasm, which people love to see.
It means a lot to me to kind of reward those coaches for the effort they've been putting in and for the hard work that they put into us.
How about them Vandals?
All right, his enthusiasm is definitely infectious. I want to get at this from a couple of perspectives. First, from the fans. What has Coach Akey meant to the fans of the Vandal Nation?
Jay, the big thing is the fact that it's not a different coach. We've had Akey and as the head man for a while, and that's no different with the players than it is with the fans. We now know who our coach is going to be, and we like where he's headed, and there's nobody that thought we were going to win 7 football games this year. I had won 4, I'd have been elated, but this man talked these kids into playing hard, and we win 7 football games. One more, and a bowl game, for heaven's sakes. This is off the charts.
Yeah, and from a media perspective, even down here in Boise, it makes it easier to cover the University of Idaho when you've got a personality like Rob Akey. I can't imagine what it's like for you every day up there.
Oh, it's a treat to go to work, I tell you. And real quick, you said that nobody thought the Vandals would win 7 games. I can tell you, Coach Akey and a group of about 100 Vandals thought they would too. The thing is that Coach Akey has them believing, and he has a love for his players that it's very evident in the way he speaks about them. But it works both ways. I mean, as you were saying a little bit earlier, they finally have their head coach that's going to stay there for a little while, and the players very appreciative of it.
Now, you guys got to talk a little bit with Coach Akey about what's coming back next year. Let's have a look at the future here. There's the senior class that is leaving, 12 seniors total. This is still a relatively young team. Usually you can get about 12 to 15 in there when you're trying to replace things. But, is this a one-year thing? Is this something that's going to be sustained? Because it's not long ago, John, that people were saying maybe they should go back to the Big Sky to be competitive. Does this mean they've arrived and they're going to stay here in FBS?
Well, I'd like to think that that's the case, and I see nothing that causes me to think. Well, we certainly aren't going back to the Big Sky Conference. That's not happening because that's just not a sound decision. Mm-hmm. We're going to go forward, and the university and Dr. Nels, I'm quite confident, understand how important it is to win football games. And when you can generate the kind of income that comes off of winning football games, and students coming to your university because they see us at the Humanitarian Bowl, you can't put a price on that. And so we have to go in that direction, and we have to take care of these coaches. And another story in another time is our basketball team. So we've got all kinds of great things going, and Dr. Spears is going to take care of us, and we're going to be in great shape.
I don't get the chance to follow the recruiting of the Vandals, and that's where football teams are built. Do you see a better class of player making it into Moscow?
I definitely do, to be honest with you. Right in their backyard out of Lewiston High School earlier this year, they had the recent commits of Justin Podrabski and Spencer Beal. Now, Justin Podrabski, he's a quarterback, big-time arm, 6'6" guy. He can take a hit, and he can also run a little bit. And he's also going to have a guy to protect his backside in the future in Spencer Beal. So the recruiting's coming a long way, and, we saw that list of seniors, very talented, but really most of them that they're going to miss is on that offensive line. And hopefully Spencer and a couple of those young other guys they're bringing in there are going to fill the void. But all around, I think it's a nice base to move towards the future, no doubt.
All right, we are going to get a chance, for those of you that missed the first half hour, to hear from Coach Akey a little bit more as we get ready for Idaho's second bowl win in school history, plus the best plays of 2009. All that is still ahead. Right now, your local and game day forecast.